If it wasn't for hunt all
is
things.
near. The enemies of darkness will be shown no mercy.
Okay, these three missions will be Dead Marshes, Old Brown Lions, and Mirkwood, which is, they are pretty easy. Should be pretty easy, hopefully. So yeah.
The dead marshes are haunted by the wretched spirits of those who fell in the first war against Sauron, a testament to their foolishness.
Yeah. I'm hoping this is not like, well, destroy all goblin slayers. Oh man, that was one of those bonus objectives that I haven't managed to do. Okay, we are against Gondor and 6. Okay, should be pretty easy mission. Like, we only care about getting 3 squads, their levels. There are 1, 2, and 3. So the rest of them will run back and we'll wait. Hopefully this time the enemy will actually attack me, not last time in which I was wondering why does the Rohan not attack me? Like, usually they are very fast attacking me, like really fast. But today they were like nah, and they were just chilling in their base with their gates closed and all fine and dandy and things like that. Oh yeah. But that that was, yeah, our thoughts when visiting the monastery regarding what do we sacrifice today for God. Do we still sacrifice something or not? Oh, they were quick to come. But they might be a bit too tough for them to handle alone. Because they are upgraded and they take a lot of shots to kill. But it was not a lot. I mean, it's the end. Ah, yeah. And now here comes the mob wave, like Russian is doing. At least they have weapons here and not empty-handed. Yeah. At least this is what Russia is doing, if media is to believe. To be believed that they sending recruits without weapons, without everything, just to overcome the Ukrainian forces by numbers. But anyway, this is a different thing. But another thing that we found really interesting when visiting was the fact that sorry, in some places of Romania, people seem to be very, when I say very, I mean really very proud. They seem to be. I mean, I don't know. I haven't meet them, but based on some things that we see, we realize that, yeah, people are in a way proudful. Like, I don't know how many of you heard about Certeze. That, oh yeah, here are the rangers. Good experience for my guys. Like Certeze, it's village in Romania, in near Satu Mare, that is full of very big houses, like villas and so on. Some are very nice, and I have to admit, but some are downright ugly. I'm not even kidding. Some of them I don't like them. I don't like. I mean, for me they are big and ugly, and nothing really catching my eyes or liking about them or things like that. But the whole village is like, yeah, villas, villa near a villa near a villa near a villa, and I actually look it up on the internet and try to watch. Uh, Come on, again. Okay, does the audio? It's back? No, it's not back. Oh man, why is my computer doing this today? Why are you doing this to me? Okay. So again, we have to save and restart the game because we lost our audio. The computer really doesn't want me to stream today. But yeah, anyway, what I was talking was about Certeze, and yeah, and this is not necessarily a bad thing, the fact that there are so many villas and things like that, because the people there were hardworking and they, even in during the communism regime, they went and they worked really hard in order to make money. But it was like a competition between them. Like if one has a villa, I not must have also a villa. It was like a status kind of thing, from what I understood. And when the communist regime fall, and with the communist regime fall and the opening of West to Romanians, they started to sorry they started to like build to go abroad in order to work, and yeah, it shows like the houses are really big and some of them are nice on my taste, others are not so nice, again based on my taste is. But yeah, what I wanted to say was that some people from the village, they said that in order to raise one such a building, it's like 100 to 200,000 euros. And the crazy thing for me was the fact that they are empty. Like most of the year, they are empty. Nobody lives in them. That like it's a very big house, very nice, like 3 stories villas, 2 stories villas. Uh, it's like very big houses and they are empty. Most of the year they are empty. They just gather like 1 month in August, and then the owners are going back to them and they stay in there. And for me, I cannot understand that. I mean, I really want to understand, but I cannot. I mean, why build such a big house in order for it to stay empty most of the year? Like, it's really interesting, and that made me think that people are like to compare with each other and like to, well, don't let others seem to be more rich than him. But what's interesting, and of course this may be because of the communist regime, which wanted everyone to be the same, but maybe it's more than that. But what I found interesting was the fact that um, if we look at other like very rich peoples across the world, of course there are some who are like show putting their wealth on display and driving really nice cars and having really nice mansions, and it's by no way I saying this is wrong, but oh, there are the guys. By no way I say this is like wrong, but oh, there are multiple camps, so I can just choose one, destroy, and let the next one in stand, because they are just going to stay here and show me their shield. So yeah, but a lot of them are not really putting their wealth on display. They are like very, how can I say, modest. Like they have okay house, they have okay cars. Of course, like I said, some of them have collection of machines, like vehicles and things like that. And by no, I don't want to say it's wrong to have that if you are rich and you can afford it, but it was really interesting that the fact that there are some who really put their wealth on display, and on the other hand, there are some who are very, very like, wow, they have all this army and they are doing nothing with it. Okay, let me. Okay, no. Just destroy this one. And for me, that was really, really interesting. this kind of this kind of thing. Like, I'm not saying. I mean, yeah, I guess they are thinking, and maybe they are thinking very well. Why should I put my wealth on display? I mean, you make money by investing in things that investing smart to say. You make money by investing very smart, but yeah, for some it's, I guess it's okay to invest in houses and things like that in order to show that you can, and yeah, it's okay. I mean, that it so sounds very interesting and in a way a bit, yeah, childish, and I don't know. I'm trying not to judge, and probably I'm judging very hard people who are doing that, but yeah, I'm trying to understand. Actually, I'm trying to understand why. Why do people are doing that? Why do people like to put their wealth on display? I mean, I can say that I'm a very rich person, uh, but I can say either that I'm very poor. Like, if I'm to be honest, I'm more like middle class. My parents were also middle class. They were workers in factory and they worked hard for everything that they own. Um, but yeah, they weren't like people to, how can I say, they weren't people who liked to put their wealth on display. They didn't try to show how much they have or how much they own or things like that. They were simple people. And yeah, oh, they are level 8 already, so they will stay a bit back while we are going to level the other guys. And I guess I can start bringing my other guys and start cleaning up when there is less people to do things. Hey, I said attack move here, and I will take some guys, and probably there is another camp here. But yeah, it always for me seemed very interesting, this thing. And yeah, they work hard and they didn't really show their wealth, flex their wealth. Like, they were very modest. Like, of course they bought what they needed and things like that, but for as long as I remember, they never, how can I say, they never bought like nice cars or things like that. We basically had second-hand cars and cheap ones, and one car usually when we stopped using it was like 18 or 20 years old, and that was with all our cars basically. Every car was very old, 18 to 20 years old. uh, I guess we were the ones who contributed to the very high age of the auto park in Romania. Uh, but yeah, basically, my parents never really had, like, really. I mean, they could have afforded it, but they chose to, well, make people invest in different things. Um, of course, yeah, that came with some sacrifices, and yeah, but they made from themselves a pretty comfy living. Like, um, they also invested in, um, how can I say, in renovating the house that they bought, the parents' house, and at the countryside in order to retreat after they. Oh, there is another one here, it seems. So we are going to buy this one and come here. We destroy their camp. You go a bit back, because they seem to have another camp. That's the enemy. What should we do? You go and attack here, and in the meantime I will make some defenses. So yeah, so now they can live a comfy life and in the countryside with everything that they need, and I guess that's a nice thing to work towards, nice goal to work towards. Um, but yeah, basically they had to work hard for everything that they got, and it wasn't easy. They also had some favorable things that worked for them, like the regime change came when they were just married, so they could keep both of them their apartments, because basically in the communist regime what happened was that if you got married and both of you had a apartment, then one of them had to renounce to their apartment, even if it was bought by them. You got married, you had to say to give back the apartment to the state, and yeah, that wasn't really nice. But the regime changed just after they got married, so they didn't have to do that. So that meant that they kept two apartments in a city that at that point wasn't very big or very important, but after 20 years or 30 years, it's one of the, well, the most expensive cities in Romania, which is Cluj-Napoca. Uh, but if they were to buy the 850, they were to buy the apartments today, they wouldn't be able to do it. Because yeah, it's way over their possibilities.